It's been a while since I've talked to a camera, been a couple months. Welcome back, my friends. It's June, the end of June. I'm filming this intro at the end of the month. It's been a wild couple of months. I had my baby, yay! I was getting pretty tired of being pregnant there, if you couldn't tell in my past videos. But she's here. I haven't come up with a nickname for her. My first I call PJ. I don't know yet what I will call number 2, but I'll figure that out. But she's here. The labor was, pretty simple. No complications. It was very fast compared to my first. She just decided to come quick and painless for the most part. I mean, I went unmedicated, so there was some pain, but it was a wonderful labor and delivery, and I have a lot of good feelings attached to it, and so I'm very happy, and we are all very happy, and we're adjusting, and yeah, I'm happy to be back here for my June video. If you remember in my last video, I talk about sketchbooking and how I really need to be better at sketchbooking. So I am holding myself accountable. I got a new sketchbook. I got the Strathmore, or is it Stradmore? I can't remember, but it's a mixed media. It's got some nice thick paper so that I can do painting or color pencils or inks, whatever I choose to do. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna put stickers on the front of my new sketchbook, and I'm going to fill the very first page. I'm doing sketches for a fun project that I have come up with, and so I'll be talking about that while I'm sketching. So today is going to be another relaxed video where I'm going to be drawing. If you're an artist, come draw with me. If you just enjoy art, I hope you enjoy seeing me use some new mediums. Well, they're not new, but mediums that I'm not as comfortable with, namely color pencil. And come chat with me. I'm going to be talking about adjusting to life. There's been some other fairly large updates, changes in our life that I kind of want to touch on. Talk about some new projects, things that are happening career-wise, and also mention my newsletter that I have started this month. So if you're interested in that, grab a sketchbook or grab a yummy drink and come have a cozy little draw and chat with me. So here is my new mixed media. It is Strathmore sketchbook. This was recommended on Lee Ellickson's website, so I thought I would give it a go. I decided that I wanted to doll it up with some stickers that I've kind of been hoarding over the last year. So this is a sticker sheet from my kit that I got. It was the Sibylline and Mausery collab. So I've used a couple, as you can already see, on other things, but I've been waiting for a good use for the rest of the stickers, so I thought this was a good opportunity to use them. Just love her hands on these, they're so pretty. And then this is a sticker sheet that I got from Cheyenne Barton's Patreon sometime last year. Oh, it's June, so it was last year. So yeah, just having fun decorating my sketchbook. I've never done this before, but I always see other people doing it, so I was excited to decorate my own sketchbook. So while I finish decorating my sketchbook, I thought I might preface my sketchbook page that I'm about to do and explain a little bit about the project that I'm going to do it for. So I have this idea for a children's book that I may or may not make a dummy for. It depends on how much I enjoy doing the project. It's called Pepper Picks a Daisy. And the reason that I have this idea for a book anyways, like I've never even really considered writing my own children's book, but when I was pregnant with number 2, I had a really hard time finding books that were supposed to prepare the older child for the new incoming baby. There's not very many, and the ones there are, I like really hate the art for. And so I would go to the library every week and try and find books that were, one, cute, but were also, I felt like, interesting and could help make, PJ excited for bringing home a sister. And I just never found anything that I loved. And I've been feeling too that I need to like get more serious about my portfolio. I have more pieces that I like in it, but I've just been, I really admire Anusha Syed, and I think she's got such a beautiful portfolio, and it gets her a lot of work, and I would love to do more children's books and board books. And so I wanted to have a project that I could put into my portfolio that would show and showcase my ability to draw young children and cutesy stuff, because I have mostly like middle grade work in my portfolio. And so I thought, well, I should do something cutesy, and I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I should make a dummy book for this hole that I feel like is in the illustration world, where it was a book series that I wanted. And so I have an idea for this project, Pepper Picks a Daisy, about a little girl who knows that a sister is coming to her family named Daisy. And so she imagines herself basically going into a magical garden to go pick her sister. And so I have ideas of cute little Pepper walking in a garden with cute animals guiding her to a garden of babies, and she picks her sister and they have a picnic and go home. So for this first page in my sketchbook, I am designing the character Pepper. I just kind of wanted to explore different ideas, maybe a couple different styles or hair or outfits. I don't know. I just wanted to start imagining what she might look like. So that is what I'm doing in my sketchbook today. If you like the idea, let me know. If that's something, I don't know how many of you who watch have young children, but if you like the idea, I'd love the encouragement, because I'm kind of excited about it right now. Finding the time to work on it has actually been hard, understandably, right? Like, I just had a baby about 7 weeks ago now. I guess, yeah, it's been an interesting adjustment. One, going from 1 to 2 kids. For a while, I was really struggling, feeling like how I was ever gonna go back to normal life. Going anywhere with 2 kids is hard, and I'm breastfeeding this time. I didn't breastfeed last time, and so adjusting to that. And yeah, I think I am having to adjust to a new life, and I've had days that was really hard for me, especially since I've continued to work. I never really gave myself a full maternity leave, and unfortunately that's because I haven't felt like we could afford that. As you've seen every video, it has been a drought, the biggest drought ever. And I think we're starting to see that coming to an end. We're finally starting to get some smaller projects here and there, but we went a good 5 or 6 months with hardly any work. And luckily we have saved and have been able to sustain ourselves on that. But I just never felt like after having my baby that I could stop to just enjoy the time, because I felt this intense pressure to continue to work on my portfolio or work on my social media presence to try to drum up work, because I was so scared of, what happens if our savings run out and we don't have any more work. And that has also been really hard, I think, adjusting. I think I learned that I am a bit of a workaholic, and I didn't really take the time that I should have. I tried to prepare myself to take that time off. I tried to tell myself it was okay to take the time off, but putting it into practice just didn't end up panning out for me. I did force myself to take 1 week off where I wasn't allowed to work, and that was like torture. I don't know. It's been not exactly as I imagined it should have gone with my postpartum period, but I still enjoyed my time with my baby. I still enjoyed my time with my family. Could I have taken more time to rest? Yes, but I do feel like we have some really wonderful memories. We went on a couple hikes when I was only 5 days postpartum, and spent time outside in nature and snuggled together as a family in our bed and watched a lot of movies and ate a lot of treats. And I do feel like I have tried to at least appreciate my new family and love on those people that are so dear and near to my heart. So I don't know, it's been ups and downs for sure. Definitely spent a lot of time making TikToks and this YouTube video and trying to draw and create more artwork to share. But then also simultaneously feeling like there's not enough time to do those things, because I'm also trying to be a good mom and a wife and a friend. It just, my brain feels like it's in a million places 100% of the time. It's just constant chaos in my brain right now. So I actually enjoyed doing this sketchbook because it did kind of feel like things were quiet in my brain for a little bit. So I did enjoy that. It was a little bit therapeutic for me. I think true growth for me, though, is going to come when I really learn how to take breaks and learn how to be gracious with myself, and know that if I step away from my career for a week or two to rest, it's because it's needed, and it's not going to kill my momentum. It is going to give me the rest and break that I need to continue to be as inspired and motivated to continue my craft and to grow my business. I just haven't learned that yet, and I don't know how to force myself to. It's like it's in my brain logically, but I haven't internalized it yet. And that might just be my lifelong lesson, that when I learn, I get 100 points. I don't know. I don't know how to make myself learn it, but I'm trying. I will get there. Something that has also been just a little extra on top of it all is that my sister had her baby not too long after mine. Also, if you hear my baby talking, she's a little grunter. She likes to join in on conversations, so you might hear her in the background. Anyway, my sister had her baby not too long after mine. Also a girl, so we were really excited to have girl cousins so close to each other. She had an easy delivery, and then her baby couldn't breathe when she came out, and come to find out that her daughter has kind of a rare congenital condition where she had a tiny airway and couldn't breathe, and it's all been sorted out now. She's gotten the care that she needs, and hopefully soon we'll be able to go home from the NICU. But that was a lot. That was really crazy, not knowing what was happening for a few days, and then kind of slowly learning what the diagnosis was and what the treatment and kind of what to expect from the future was a lot for not, obviously for my sister and her husband, but for the whole family. There could be a chance, well, for sure in the next few years, our niece will be nonverbal, and hopefully she can get a surgery that might be able to fix that someday, but there is a chance that she may always be nonverbal, and we all kind of came to terms with the fact that we all now need to learn ASL, and that has been a bit overwhelming in some ways, but also exciting. I am bilingual already, so I am familiar with learning a new language. But yeah, now it's like, okay, my whole family is going to become bilingual, and I never pictured myself learning ASL. I'm very excited to, but sometimes it's like, wow, okay, well, one, how do I learn it? And two, how do I teach it to my children? And all of a sudden, our life trajectory has like changed a little bit for the better. Definitely for the better. It's going to be really fun to kind of join the deaf community in some ways, and to raise our children to be able to communicate using ASL, and to be there for my niece. And in so many ways it's exciting and overwhelming, and I have so many questions that I don't know how to get answered, because frankly there just isn't much on the internet about mute people, or I guess I should say nonverbal, who are nonverbal because they have like a physical obstruction with their vocal cords. Most people are nonverbal because of autism or anxiety disorders, but there just isn't very much out there for like physical reasons for being nonverbal. And so there just doesn't really seem to be a lot of resources if I have questions. So that is also a big thing going on in my life right now. And so if you have suggestions for learning ASL or teaching it to children, please let me know. I will take any resources you have to share. But we are very happy that things are getting resolved with my niece, and I got to hold her yesterday, and that was really sweet, and I'm just excited to watch her grow. She's so strong. Even babies are strong. They can have strong wills to live, and it's been incredible to watch her. It's also been incredible to watch my sister and her husband. They are just such examples to me of strength and love and compassion in their own marriage as they went through this difficult time, and I just really admire them, and I'm so lucky to have such amazing people in my life. I'm always grateful for the loving relationships that I have, and I hope that I can give it back in the way that I support them and, learn ASL for their daughter, because she's going to need people who can understand her, and I'm so willing to do that. Well, taking a hard left turn back to career stuff, I'm sorry if that was heavy. I hope it wasn't. We're all very positive and hopeful for the future. But yeah, back to goals and things that I'm thinking of for YouTube, for art, for my business. I'm looking forward to illustrating more kind of magical, cozy artwork, and I am starting a newsletter. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But something that I'm thinking about now is kind of what is my brand, or what I want to have like a more cohesive theme for my work. And so I've been really enjoying seasons and studying kind of old lore and traditions around celebrating seasons. So I've been learning about the Wiccan Sabbats. We just celebrated Litha, or Midsummer. We were in northern Utah/Idaho during Litha. We were on the lake, and that was really fun. And so I've been enjoying that, and I would love to imbue that in my work. And so I have started to plan almost like seasonal drops of art. So, in the summer, I'd love to have a few new summer pieces and stickers, and I'd love to get into doing like, I don't know, note cards, bookmarks, whatever could be fun and inspirational to those who also enjoy celebrating the seasons. So every season I'd love to drop my new collection for that year, for that specific season. So I am starting to brainstorm ideas. Someone who I really admire who does kind of seasonal work is Maud Behan, a French artist, and she does a little bit of that where her artwork changes with the seasons. And so that's an inspiration for me, and I'm hoping once I finish my Pepper Picks a Daisy project to jump into that and to start creating work that inspires the viewer to get in tune with nature and with the seasons, and to kind of go back to their roots, to whatever traditions might be in their history or their ancestry. So I'm doing lots of research right now, reading books and joining communities to learn about that. And I hope that that's something that you might look forward to. If you have suggestions for kind of artwork that you'd like to see that goes in that vein, let me know. My goal would be to open a shop and then sell those collections, and then like maybe bring back every shop update some favorites, but always having a new collection for every season. It's just something I'm so excited about. It's really nerdy, and I'm sure a lot of people think I'm weird for being that obsessed with it, but it brings me so much joy to connect with the changes in our nature. It's just so fun. I love going out and being out in nature, and I think that's why the Sabbats have really been so interesting to me, is that it's celebrating with Earth. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. You can call me weird, but I'm enjoying it. So I hope that you will see that joy in my art, because that is what I've learned is, and what I was always taught in art school as well, is that you gain a following when people can see the joy in your art, because your best artwork comes when you're just loving it. So I am trying to do that. Something else that I am kind of excited to start with my art practice is flowers. So here I'm practicing some daisies, and I don't love how these end up, but it's a start. I think I've talked about this in another video, where I love flowers, and yet I'm so uncomfortable drawing them. So something to look forward to in this sketchbook is lots of flower studies and learning how to stylize them and find my personal take on flowers. So I just need to maybe buy a bouquet soon. That would be really fun. Maybe I'll go and arrange myself a bouquet and study it and try and draw it in 10 different styles and kind of see what speaks to me. Yeah, I didn't love how these turned out, but I did enjoy doing it. That's a step. I used to hate drawing flowers. I don't know why. It's so dumb, but I'm really yearning to learn how to draw foliage and florals in a way that is unique to me and I can have fun with. So here is my sketch page. I had so much fun with this, and like I said, it was therapeutic and kind of let my brain just wander and stop thinking about all the craziness that's happening in my life right now. And moving on to the last bit of artwork for this video, it is Pride Month. And last year I attended my first Pride event, and I created a piece of artwork for the gallery show that was at that event. It says, I'll walk with you. That's from a song that I grew up singing at church, and it just really resonates with me to walk with my brothers and sisters, friends, family, whoever is in my life. If you find yourself on the LGBTQ spectrum, I will walk with you. I am a safe place. I love you, and I'm proud of you for your experiences and for wherever you're at on your journey. I will walk with you. So I created this illustration, and I've always thought it would make a really fun coloring page. And so that's what I did this year. I created line art for it, and I am including it in my very first newsletter. I have heard everyone say that it's important to have a newsletter and to get emails of people who really enjoy your work. And so as like a courtesy to those who want to follow me, I want to include every month in my newsletter a freebie, like a downloadable. So for this month, in honor of Pride, I am including this newsletter. So if you're interested in receiving that, there's a link in my description down below to sign up for the newsletter and get this straight to your inbox. I would love to see if you do color it. Tag me in it on social media. I'd love to see it. I'll be sending out a newsletter every month, and it's just going to be extra content, little behind the scenes, maybe a small blog post about what's going on that month. It will have maybe some sketches of whatever I'm working on. I may include some time-lapse videos. It's just going to be extra. If you like me, if you like my art, if you like to know what's going on in my life, seeing the behind the scenes behind my work, then you'll like my newsletter because it's just going to be more of me. So that's what that is. If you are down for that, sign up for it, and I hope that you enjoy it. I just want to say I love you, and life changes. That's okay. So do the seasons. Pulling that back in. Life and nature changes, and there's beauty in it all, and I'm so happy to share that with you. I will see you in my next video. It may be a day in the life. I'm not exactly sure yet. If you have suggestions, tell me. I would love to hear what you want to see. Thank you, friends. I will see you next time. Bye.